everybody. My name is Ezokeke Chuendu Claire, and I'm the host on your favorite show, On Air with Claire. It's an exciting show where we get to talk on entertainment, societal problems, and lifestyle. We hope that you still stay tuned to what we have in store for you, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget this as well. Your opinions are counted. I'd like to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, people. Welcome back on your exciting episode, your exciting show. You're still on air with me, Claire, as usual. On today's episode, I have two beautiful people joining me today. I have Ebere and I have Kene. Yes, and like I said, we're going to be discussing on one-sided parenting. Now, I don't know what you guys feel one-sided parenting is, so I'd like to know your opinion.
Well, one-sided parenting is, I feel it's basically when parents give more attention or give a stricter or firmer hand to one child, and maybe they are more free, they are more loose, they let the other child do more things, kind of.
What about you, Ken?
It's just kind of being biased towards one of your children. You may be nicer to one and not so nice to the other. You may discipline one in a certain way than different way you discipline the other.
Yeah. Well, you know that parents have different ways in which they train their kids. Some have preferences, some do not. So what do you have to say about the same thing, Ekene?
I think one-sided parenting is more being biased to one of your children. You like be nicer to one. You will not be so nice to the other. You discipline one different than the way you discipline the other. Maybe you give one candy and you give the other one biscuits. So it depends on which one they prefer.
Yeah. Well, we all know that we have different kinds of parents and different types of homes, so they're all in different ways on how. So do you think there's a double standard in which parents train their boys and girls?
Well, I feel that there are some training that is looked as a boy training and a girl training, which basically when they are most likely, they are more of basic human necessities, like basic human training every human should know. So I feel like that demarcation should not really be there. So yes, that's how it is. But I think it's getting less now.
Yeah. What about you?
I think it's more or less of the same thing. Like the way you train your boy. I mean, they'll kind of be like setting limits to what you tell your daughter to do and what you tell your son to do. Not like there's something like washing plates. You make sure that everyone does that. Washing car. Sometimes, most times, it's the boys that do that. So it's not being biased in that sense. I mean, it's more or less like what a boy can do
And what a female can do. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to ask this like question. Do you feel that there is a particular the girls are being raised to take care of the boys?
Well, I feel that the girls are being raised to take care of a family, and not necessarily only the boys. They're giving this training of, oh, you have to learn how to cook because you have to cook for your husband or your family, not necessarily because you have to cook for yourself, that kind of thing. You have to learn how to. Some of them they say you have to learn how to make hair so you can do your daughter's hair, something like that. So it's more of raising you for taking care of the family that they expect you to have in the future. Basically.
Okay, what about you? Okay.
I mean, sometimes the girl is like the last child and she has only elder brothers, so they'll be protective of your sister, defend your sister. If someone wants to beat your sister, you can defend for her. But obviously, the females will be doing more of work in the kitchen. Maybe it's like to take care of their family in the family they expect them to have, while the males will be doing more of the labor work, kind of.
Okay, so what is the same thing to applicable to boys? Are boys also being raised to take care of girls?
Some are being taught to take care. It's basically they're taught to take care of girls, yes, but it's the different ways they are taught to take care of the guys and everything. Some are taught the right way, some are taught the wrong way. So let's just say that they are not taught the same way to take care of the females, and they're not taught to take care of themselves.
So, is it the same thing is the same thing applicable to boys as well?
Raising boys.
Are the boys being raised to take care of the girls?
No, it depends, honestly. Like I said, if the family have more boys than like the girl's last child, the boys will be the ones to take care of their little sister. They'll be protecting her and trying to like fight for her when she needs them. But also, she won't be pampered. She will be raised to take care of a family too. So, and if it's the case of when the girls, even if the girls are more than the boy and the boy is like the last child too, they may also tell the boy, oh, if your sisters need you, be there for them, that kind of thing.
So, I have a very major and weird question I want to ask. Do you think parents are partial?
You can't say they are partial because you can't be thinking that. Imagine you have two children and one is like a well-behaved child, like doesn't cause much problem for you, and you have a troublemaker in your family. Of course, you be more like you keep an eye more on the troublemaker than the well-behaved one. So it's more of the character of their children that depends really. Than
I mean, we have some children that they can just be like, oh, mommy buys her more things than she buys for me. She buys her clothes, she buys her shoes. She does not buy me. The only thing she buys for me is wristwatch. Oh, how many things has mommy ever bought for me before? You that she's always buying. So we have kids that are like that. What we say about kids like that? Because to them, their parents are being partial. I mean, that is how the ranting
It's
is
probably
how they
just
see
their
it.
mindset. Like if they believe that, oh, mommy does this for him. So I think that if you calm down and understand that mommy might not be so partial, she might be, let's say she buys fish and comes back home like a barbecued fish or something, and you don't like fish, and then you now be like, mommy didn't buy me anything, but it's not her fault. You don't like fish, and she didn't have money to buy any other thing that the whole family would benefit from. So you may believe that she's treating you this way, she's treating you that way, but if you think about it, she may actually not be treating you in any particular way.
Or in a situation whereby you're the firstborn, mommy buys you barbecue, for example, and then it's remaining like one small fish head that's inside the barbecue, and then mommy's like, give it to your sister now. You're like, what would I give you now? Like, I also want to eat it, and then mommy's like, bone it for your sister. For that kind of situation, or in cases like that, is it also being partial?
no, that's not being partial now. You're already eating the whole fish, and they want you to give that smallest one to your sister.
And it's just you being stingy. Just give it to your sister. I mean, you've eaten more than her probably, and she's your little one, so
Just
be
small.
nice, exactly.
Anyways, we're just going to round up here from there, and I'm going to leave you guys with this. So, are parents really partial or one-sided?
Some parents are partial. Them not, but some parents are really partial. Some of them, sometimes it's partial based on gender, based on academics, based on first order of children. So there are some partial parents. For example, some people don't like that they have. Some people might have all girls, and they see it as a stigma or a curse
Yes.
that they're not having any boy or something. So that is based on gender, sure. But some people might be partial to people that are smarter or people that are doing well academically compared to the other child or so. So that kind of partiality really affects the child emotionally.
Well, what will you say on that?
I mean, some parents, like when they were planning their family, they didn't really expect some of them might have expected to have so many girls, and then they have so many girls more than the number of boys. When everybody say they want their family line to continue, their name must go on, and if they now have those many girls, they may not even be like, it's only like maybe like the first child that will see some good treatment to the others. They may have only one boy, and that boy will be over pampered. Even if it's not the last, he may be treated in a particular way better than the way they treat the other children. And then when it comes to academics, if you are doing well, you are a brilliant child. Not that anyone is dull, but if you're a brilliant child, doing better academically than your sibling, they will be doing, oh, look at my child, I'm proud of you, I'm proud. And instead of them to encourage their other child who is not doing so well, they will be shunning him off, and he will feel emotionally down, something like that.
Well, we're not going to say much, but I'm going to just leave us with this. we have parents that are actually partial, and we have some who just, to them it's not partial, it's just how they were raised. So, and like he said, some of them raised based on gender, some of them based on academic performance, some of them based on different kinds of things. But in the end, your kids should be treated equally. Be you firstborn, be you lastborn, be you smartest, be you dumbest. Your kids are all equal in your eyes. So parents, please treat your kids equally. And children, there's nothing like partial. Even if you have a partial parent, there's nothing like partial. A parent will always treat you how you should be treated. Once again, I remain your host, Claire, and it was nice having you on air with me. Please do make sure you subscribe, like, turn on your post notification button, and I'll always be here to answer questions whenever you need me. Bye.